Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of Little France. As you know, last time we built the Museum of Louvre from Paris. And, well, I did some other kind of builds. As you can see behind it, there are lots of new residential buildings which were not there before, if you do remember. But hey, that's coming in a future episode. We did a tram ride, but, we need to continue. And hate me, but I'm still doing a build from Paris. Still. I know. Yet. Yes, I know. Still. You might ask what? Well, the title says everything. It's Bibliotheque Francois Mitterrand, which is actually a bibliothèque. It's a library, a huge one. Actually, it's a humongous one, right? And first things first, of course, we do the roads. And you might say, hey, Skibitth, but you just build it instantly. I know. Thankfully, we have this building on the workshop already. I know. Someone did it. And by someone, I mean Lumineux, who made quite a lot of buildings from France, even from La Défense. And I'm going to build La Défense not far from now, probably. Anyways. I had to do this whole bibliothèque library with procedure objects, buildings and whatnot. But he saved me by doing this building, and I'm so glad you did it, buddy. I saved a lot of time and a lot of FPS and whatnot. Plus, yeah, let's be honest, this looks way much better in one piece rather than just do it with procedural objects, right? Okay, if you let's have a look here on Google Earth. This is Bibliotheque Francois Mitterrand. I'm going to build this particular area near Seine River. So this big space here. I'm going to rebuild it. It's exactly on the same area as it is in Paris. I mean, as you know by now, I did a lot of builds from Paris, and just few from other areas, or maybe they are just plopped differently in the city, because I'm not trying to copy Paris. Anyways, this area does exist, this huge area actually does exist on my map, and I'm building this exactly on the same spot. As you can see here, this is the area. Well, I have to switch it, but it is the same area, right? This is the area I did and I showed you earlier, and this is the Bibliothèque Francois Mitterrand. It's just across the Seine River. Okay, so after I did all these roads around this bibliothèque, I have to plop down now kinda old buildings, and that is the hardest part, I wanna say, and that's because we don't have that many similar buildings on the workshop, so I have to improvise a little bit and just find some, let's say, buildings that might look the same, or at least the shape. Because if you look here on Google Earth, we will see these buildings. They don't compare to the ones that you just saw me plopping down. I will not do this interior here like with little jardins, gardens or anything else. I will just make some trees. I will make this here it's like a little crossing, pedestrian crossing. So I will try to find something like this, or at least to recreate this looking shape of buildings, more or less. And on top there, I found some office buildings, and I tried to recreate the ones that also are in real life. It's okay. I can be happy with it. They look pretty good. With a little bit of PO work behind there, I managed to get, let's say, to a general shape like we do have in Paris in real life. Which is this one. So this is the shape of those buildings. They are not office buildings, even though they look like ones. At least these ones, maybe, but it doesn't actually do count or matter a lot. So I'm gonna redo these do these buildings, and then I will jump to this side here, because we have quite a lot of buildings too, and I will try to find also some good ones, just to match at least some of them. Again, not entirely, but we will get pretty close, more or less. In some cases, maybe I'm even going to improvise a bit, let's say. Cool. I don't want to insist that much on just plopping down buildings, because it's boring as hell. I hate those things. Even though there will be very soon there will be a video, an episode where I'm going to plop like crazy, lots of residential buildings near Louvre Museum, the previous build that I just made in Little France here, because we need to kind of give some life to the entire area surrounding it. Maybe you saw me now just creating lots of PO buildings also on the other side of the library, and that is because we can do some little tricks. There are some cubes, service cubes, they are called super small ones, that actually work as a building, as either office, residential building, high density, low density, industrial, shopping, and so on. So here in all these PO buildings, I'm gonna plop those little cubes, so people can actually come inside those buildings and do what they do in any residential building or office. Cool. Here I'm trying to finish the bridge that crosses the Seine River. It's a pedestrian bridge only. I think I built this quite a few episodes ago when I built the Accor Hotels arena. Well, this bridge starts from the park nearby that arena. I will even show you more of it on the Google Earth, and then even in the game, but for that, let's just watch these last steps of the bridge build. I will also add invisible pathways on it, so people can actually cross it from a side to another one. Plus, there is already that pathway through the middle of it. And okay, let me show you this way. Here is the arena that I was telling you about. Oops. And this is the park near Parc de Bercy. This is from where the bridge is starting. It's like this. So it has this arch in the middle. I see some columns here. It goes like from here. You can come from the downside, cross it, and go on the other street level, or you can just you have here the possibility to switch and go up or down or wherever do you want to go. Same here. I made something similar, let's say. So my bridge is also starting from here, from the park. It's crossing the river, the two roads, but you can either go like from here, or you can intersect here and just take the upper side. It's up to them, right? There will be some invisible pathways also on this particular area. Cool. Moving to the roads now. I added here it's a total 4-lane road with 3 lanes per way and only 1 on the other side. And that's the only reason I did that. It's because actually there is only 2 lanes, 1 per way, and there is another bicycle pathway for bikers there. So I'm keeping those extra 2 lanes just because I want to have some bikers. The only way of doing this, and the only let's say way of banning cars to drive on those extra lanes, is of course using the Traffic Manager President Edition mode, like I'm doing here. I will ban all cars driving on those through those intersections. I will ban all cars driving on those two particular lanes only. And then I'm going to add, like here, I'm adding an invisible, not an invisible, a bike pathway and some asphalt surface, which is a different color than what we have. Like it's a grayish one, a very light gray, just so we can see better all these. So let's have a look how it looks in real life. This is what I was telling you about. So we have these two lanes only, and here we have these cars that bikes, sorry, having their own lanes, which is really cool. Also in this intersection as well, we have only one-way road here, so cars can actually just, or it's only one way. Yeah, I added 2 lanes road here in my city, so with the possibility for cars to park on the side road as well. But yeah, that's what I tried to achieve. So from this particular intersection to this one, we have bike lanes all over. Bike lanes. Probably it's here too. No, they are not here. Maybe, oh yeah, they are moving on this sidewalk here. Okay, let's finish here this little intersection with the last little detail, the bike little detail. Copy paste, and another copy paste, and they're done. I think all 3 or 4 of them were finished this way, in this particular way. And actually, you'll see later when I will post the cinematics, and even I will do a little live, let's say, view from the city from this build. You'll see that there are actually bikers going on this particular area places. Okay, let's move here on one of the library sides where there is an entrance to a parking area, most likely, and the exit will be on the opposite side of the library. We are so for me, I'm not going to do a parking area, that's for sure. I'm not going to create some invisible or some underground parking areas, but I'm going to do a road, and because I want to see some cars at a point just getting inside there, I will do a little tunnel underneath this building, this library, that will actually go on the other side. So this way it will look like cars will drive inside for parking and they will get outside on the other side later, let's say. We will not know exactly when and how. We will just pretend everything works particular that way. I'm also going to add this black hole, like I like to say it, just to make it, it's dark. When you come from outside where it's it's a lot of light, the sunlight, and you get into a tunnel or into a parking area, it usually looks like it's dark inside, even though there should be lights, and there are lights, of course. I'm also adding some pathways which will be turned into invisible pathways, because I want to see people walking that particular area too. I saw there are some bikes and on this side of the parking area entrance, so I wanted to add some of them too. Even though it's super clean, you'll see a lot of concrete. There are not even trees on these sides of the library, which is sad, but at least there were no trees when Google Earth took a shot on the roads here on the street level. But I'm going to add some trees. I want to add just a tiny bit of green things, to give some vibe and life to these sidewalks. There are trees, and I will also do them on the side with the river. Smaller trees, I will add smaller trees, but here there are not Anyways, I will do that. I mean, I can afford just add my own little signature there, right? Because it's not a copy paste of Paris, as you already know by now, or you should know by now. I like the fact cars that actually do parking and coming to this area here, and because there are functioning buildings right now, and I'm doing that little pathway, pedestrian pathway. I think I mentioned it earlier when I showed you on Google Earth. There are trees, lots of trees. I'm doing those, and there is a really nice. There is not concrete and just some special, let's say, pavement on the ground. They're looking pretty cool. So that's what I also wanted to do, adding some extra trees, and kinda that's it. Oh, and let's not forget adding those trees inside the library itself, because that's how it is also in real life. And yeah, let's have a look here on Google Earth. So what you just saw right now was this entrance. This is the entrance into the parking area beneath the library, and this is the exit on here. And you can see here there are lots of bikes or motorbikes, depends on whatnot. I see some extra entrances, pedestrian entrances here, but there is no tree on this side, so I just wanted to add a few of them. There are trees here on the river side, lots of trees. I added those also inside the library itself. And yes, these trees from here, from this pedestrian area, as you can see. You know what? Let's have a look from the ground level as well, not only from above. So yeah, this is the area, pedestrian area. There are some green stuff here. The entrance into the parking area, Bibliotheque Francois Mitterrand parking, indigo. Nice. Bikes, motorbikes, and what not. Let's tackle the next thing we will do. I'm going to tackle this side of the library here. So I will try to recreate with procedure objects this particular building wannabe. Well, something like it, not exactly the same, but let's say something. So I'm gonna tell you some extra things. I lost some footage with most of this building here. Just realized that. I don't know why. Anyways, I will show you this in the live take. But there are some really cool options, as you can see here. There are some extra little cool options. When you select more nodes, you can flatten the selection. You can snap them to the ground. You can snap each other to the ground, or just merge vertices, which is actually a really cool thing, because you can actually transform the building better, and you can even avoid, let's say, hiding some of these vertices and these nodes and whatnot. So you can actually do a lot of things with these extra options, as you can see on the left side from the customization tool. So I was saying I lost some footage because I tried to recreate this building as it is, like a super big triangular shape wannabe building, and I don't know how. I will show you later. I will show you all the things I done there, like 5 minutes, let's say, aerial view on this big build, and then the cinematics, of course. There are lots of these buildings has some really nice beam, white beam or gray beam, extra features, let's say, which is actually part of the building. And I was like actually thinking how to build those, and I found some really I found some beams on the workshop and just recolor those, of course transform them with the procedure objects and make them work, as you can see on the right side of the screen. I'm adding some extra green areas as it is in real life. We will have a look on the Google Earth as well if it's necessary. And I'll just do some plants here, some trees, bushes, whatnot. I was thinking even to add some stairs like it is in real life, but then I noticed that this building has a fence and it's not going to properly work, so I will bail this idea because it's not actually necessary to do so. Beside that, inside there we will do some let's say a little terrace where a restaurant or whatnot with tables and chairs and some stuff like this. I added on the ground some beautiful procedural objects textures. They are also in my collection if you want to check them out. And I said, hey, what else do we miss here? And I said, why not adding some ivies on these metal beams? Because they actually do look pretty sweet, and they will actually do the proper look and more realistic thing. There are lots of places where you can see ivy hanging on the wall or on the wall, on the walls, on the ceiling, on metal beams, wooden beams, or whatever. Pretty cool. Of course, procedure objects will do the entire job for you. Always. Then the last part is the middle side of the roads. There is a boulevard there, and it has trees, benches, and some extra things there. I added an extra fence on the sides. I wanted to make it like, safe for pedestrians and bikers. I will add an invisible pathway through the middle, so actually people can walk through the middle. I don't want them to cross the street stupidly just to sit on those benches, even though some of them are actually doing that. They still don't know how to react on this, right? Yes, and then of course some copy paste here and there to just fill in the entire in between the roads areas. And the last thing for today in this build is the metro station, which is outside there, an elevated metro station, and I'm going to redo it. I was a bit annoyed because the roads are actually super nice and beautiful in real life, and I have to do this ugly work on the roads so I can actually plop that metro station in there. The road cannot go past underneath it because this metro station has extra stuff underneath there, so it has to be only for pedestrians. But hey, it is what it is. And don't blame me for I'm still keeping the vanilla metro tracks, these elevated ones. I'm still looking for better ones. The ones that they are made by Revo, which are really good. They are wooden ones. Oh yes, and I have those made by Class. Okay, so I think I'm going to change these in the close future, let's say, with the ones made by Class. Yes, I totally forgot about those. Anyways, okay, let's have a look now on Google Earth. I have a last look on Google Earth. This is the building with all these metal beams, white metal beams. This is what you can see in between the roads, the pedestrian area. Here. So it's a place where bikers can ride their bikes, pedestrians, see trees. There is no fence, but it is this metal grate here and benches, and that's it. Not much. Here they were working. There was some working done for this, but hey, we did it. We managed to do so. And this is the elevated metro station that I was telling you about, this one. The roads look actually really, really good. I'm not going to do a proper work on the roads. I want to do that in the future, because I want to also think if I'm going to redo this proper area with this train station, because actually, this train station was made by City Wall, and he plopped it somewhere here on my map again, because I'm not recreating Paris, that's why. And let's have a look also on here on my map. So this is the building itself that I was telling you about. We have these metal beams here. I added an extra roof on top of it. I made this pedestrian overpass in between the buildings, the restaurant. I did all these in between the roads here, Boulevard, which is my boulevard. Trees, trees, benches, things. People are actually walking. If you look, people are walking here, which is a good thing. I'm added some street ads, lots of trees in between the buildings here. Everything looks fit and perfect, let's say. Here we have the bike area for my people. My little French people, little French Sims. Oh my God! Look at these people. Where are they going? God knows. But I believe they enjoy the library and this particular area with all those benches and whatnot. I think it's in the end it looks pretty cool. Now it's linked to this. Let me know in the comment section what do you guys think about this, and if I should tackle. I know in real life there are lots of places where there are restaurants and nice walking areas on Seine side here, on the river side, really beautiful. Even some industrial things on this side here. Should I go with just a tiny bit of area with these riverside thingies like restaurants and whatnot? What do you think? Shall we go for that? Just a little bit of area, not too much, not too much. We have this stop here for ferries. But anyways, guys, it's time to wrap it up here. Thank you very much for watching. Cinematics are coming, and we will see each other in the next episode or next build or whatever, right? Take care, guys. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you are new, or hit the like button. I really do appreciate that. But till next time, take care, stay safe, and yeah, I salute you.